All right, so cost of driving, what we want to do is, again, this is a round trip versus a one-way trip. So compared to last time we did this, right away, let's just double that amount. So I need to know what is 193 times 2, which is going to give me what, 6, double 9, we get 18. It's going to be 368 miles. I want the round trip cost. Then we have these different categories of things that cost, like the price of gas, and that's going to go along with how her gas mileage works. So when I consider gas, I'm going to consider that gas costs $3.50 per gallon, and that her vehicle gets 22 miles per gallon, but that has to be flipped to be able to use it. So I need to rewrite that as gallons per mile, so I can get the gallons to cancel out, and the 22 goes with the miles, and the 1 goes with a gallon. So this is going to give me a cost per mile for her gas, right? When I clean that up. And eventually, we're going to multiply that by the number of miles. Now, keep in mind, we got to do that for other stuff too. So we're going to have to do that for the insurance, registration, and taxes. The cost per mile there is $2,000 per 21,600 miles. So I'm going to call it insurance plus other stuff. And that one has a cost of $2,000 per 21,600 miles. And then just keep going through the list. General maintenance, I'm just going to call that maintenance. That has a cost of $40 per 3,000 miles. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm collecting all of the costs per mile, and then I'll apply them. All right, tires, $9.20 for every 50,000 miles. There's a little bit more room. Sorry, I'm cutting off the top. And then last, repairs. That one says about 328 per year if you drive 15,000 miles per year. So we're going to call that one 328 over 15,000 miles. So those are all the costs per mile. I have two choices now. I could just add them all up and then multiply by the miles, or I could multiply each of these by the miles and then add them up. It's going to give the same answer. Somebody pick a method for me. What do you want to do?
Just add them all up.
Add them up, then multiply. Yeah, let's do that. So on the calculator, I'm going to do my best to write that down. And I'm just going to put this on another screen so I can see the numbers. So I'm just going to type it as I wrote it on my screen. So I had, for the gas, that was $3.50 per 22 miles. And then I want to add to that, the next one was 2,000 per 21,600 miles. Maintenance was $40 per 3,000 miles. Tires. Let me finish this and then we'll talk about yours.
This is what I want to look at.
Yeah, divided by where was that one? 50,000 miles. And then the last one was 328 for 15,000 miles. So this is her overall cost per mile based on those quotes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit enter, and then I'm going to take that answer times her total miles for this trip, which we calculated as what, 396, sound right? 386.
Like a-
386. And so I'm getting a total cost of 107 for this trip, $117.84.
Yeah, that's the one that just made my brain numb, dude, because I couldn't quite remember how I did it. Or how you showed us to do it.
Yeah, so what we decided to do on this one is we decided to add up each of these fractions. And then after we added those up, we multiplied that by the 386. And that gives us about $117 and was it 84 cents? Is that right? 84 cents. Yeah.
How do you do with like the cursor on your calculator?